Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Lydia with Raindrop Lila, and today I want to show you guys some of my latest printables. I made these and I actually used these really recently. I was really inspired to create some collage type of kits, so that's what these first ones are, but I have quite a few others because I was working on a journal, and when I work on a journal, I always like to create more printables that I could use, and so that's what I have here. I hope you guys love these kits. I've really been enjoying using them, and I haven't done collages in a while, so it was a fun thing to change it up and just make some collages. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I want to show you guys the papers so you can kind of have an idea of what they look like, because I know that on Etsy they're not always that easy to see. This is my standard printable. It's the standard pages. So usually what I like to do is just fold them in half, right? Now, these could be mixed in with a lot of other printables. They work really well with my latest collection, The Blessing. And I had a lot of other simpler pages and background pages that work really well with this also. So a lot of times when I create a journal, I like to kind of mix things up. So I like to use something busier with some pages that are a little bit simpler, so I have room for journaling and things like that. So what I do is I mix them up. I mix up my background kits with these, and these are also really great for like tearing up and making your own collages. These pieces can also be cut up and then glued in your journals, or you can make ephemera with the different pieces from the kit. Okay, so this is the standard one. I'm actually going to run a sale on these, so if you want to pick one up, I'm going to have a sale for a limited time. Okay, so this is the tall printable, and they're basically the same style layouts, except you get them in the tall version. Let's see how I have them. No, that's not it. Okay, so this is the standard, and then this is the tall. Okay, just so you have an idea of what it looks like. Now I have this set as a printable in my Etsy shop, but I'm also going to add in the printed version. So if you want a printed version that you order and you receive in your mailbox, you can order one of these kits as a printed version, and I will print it out and mail it to you. So I've been doing that with some of my kits. They take a lot of time to actually list, so I'm slowly adding printed kits to my Etsy shop. So if there's a specific one you would like to see in my Etsy shop, let me know and I'll work on bringing it to my shop. Okay, so the tag kit is giant. It's just really huge because I really wanted to include all the different sizes. So it's basically 27 pieces, 27 printables, but each printable, look at this. This one has 6 tags, right? And then these ones have 3 tags, but it also has the labels. So this kit is really, really huge, and I love it because I love having all the different pieces to work with. And so I have them in like a smaller tag. I have them in a medium tag, and then I have them also in a tall tag. I have 3 different sizes basically, right? With the tags, and I've been using them in my current journal. This is one of the latest journals that I made, so I've been using them like this, and I'll have a flip through of this journal, so if you want to watch that later, I've used a lot of these different kits in the journal. Okay, I'm going to show you guys really quick the different tags. Now, a lot of these tags I used I used a lot of vintage images, and you'll see a vintage image is a lot softer than like a photograph. I work on them and I make sure that they're good quality for printing, but it will definitely have a softness to it, like this one here. So I did clean it up some, and I even I enhanced it so it's a little bit sharper than the original. But I think that they're still beautiful, and I think they work really great. But I just wanted to mention that. Okay. Aren't these just so cute? I just love these vintage images so much. And then, of course, I have the labels at the bottom, and I think they're so great for using in a journal. They can create little tuck spots. There's so many ways to use those. And you know, there's so many tags in here that this would be a great project for a tag journal. I think that I should probably make one of these days. Okay, so that is the tag kit. So it's really, really huge, but I love it because I feel like it's very versatile. You can use this kit with a lot of different other kits because of all the different colors. I think it'll work beautifully with basically a lot of different journals. Okay. Okay, now I have this one. I love this one too. I just love the colors in this. I've been working with a lot of peaches lately, and I just love, love, love the color. It's so pretty. And again, this is very soft, but I think it works. I think it's so beautiful. These are basically vintage wallpapers or antique wallpapers. Isn't this just gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I love these so much. I love this. It comes in a couple different colors. Let me show you guys. So I have that one, this one, and this one. Aren't they just gorgeous? Oh my gosh. I love this because this could be printed on cardstock, and then you can print it on paper too. So this could be a layout, but then you can cut this out, and this could be such a beautiful little tuck spot. I just love that. I actually saw Kate with Pixie K Designs do that, and I just loved it so much. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be perfect. And these two, I think would be really great for like a seaside theme. I think that would be so cool. I mean, I would use them anyways. If the colors work, I think they're really great with this right here. But just if you wanted to do something different, I think these would be great with like a sea theme or a mermaid theme. Wouldn't that be cute? Oh my gosh, I want to make a mermaid theme, but it takes me so long to collect pieces and then to edit them. So I haven't gotten there yet. Isn't this pretty though? I love this one too so much. And then this one. These are just such great basics. I usually start with these type of papers first as a base for my journals. And I just love, love using them. I actually use either this one or this one. I think this one in my last journal, and I made a pocket. So you will, if you guys follow, or if you guys watch the flip through of my journal, you will see that. Isn't that pretty too? Oh my gosh. I love these florals. And I love the peach too. Isn't that just so pretty? I've been into peach lately so much. I had like a little creative, like an inspiration piece, and it's been kind of sitting close to my desk for maybe a year. And I had like peach and green, and teal. And I thought, gosh, I need to make something with those colors. And so finally I got to it and I'm so happy. Okay, so this is Floral Garden, and this one's really different too. It has peaches and it has really bright pink. And I think it's just so pretty. It has such a pretty retro feel. I mean, I think these floral ones work with most kits. And then, okay, so I have a couple different ones. So these ones are smaller than these, but they're very, very similar, right? But I do that sometimes. I will add similar pages like these two because I like having like a little bit of a bigger print and then a smaller print. Okay, so that's kind of just so you guys know. Okay, and then I have this one. Isn't that fun? Oh my gosh, I think these are so fun. And look at that texture on there. You can kind of see. This would be really beautiful on a linen paper. I think that would look so good. And again, these are very, very similar also. Let's see. Or is it the same? Oh, you know what? Okay, so here's the difference. They're very similar. This is more white on the inside, and this is like kind of peachy cream on the inside. So I wanted to have white with the bright pink, but I also wanted something more muted. So I did both because I like both, and I like that it gives me options to go into different directions, right? And I have that here too. This is more white, and this is more of a peachy, like cream color, the background, right? I love that. I used these ones in my last journal also. This was a vintage wallpaper, and so I kind of played around with it a little bit. Isn't this so pretty? Same thing with this. This is more white, the background, and this is a pink. I love these so much. These are great. Okay, so these, again, they look very similar, but... Okay, so these have the flowers. You see how it's going, the border's going this way, and this one's going up and down, right? So I like having the variations, so that's why I create them, because I like to give myself a lot of different options. I find that I work way better if I have different options. And then what I do is I go and I pick my favorites. And then if I still have a huge amount, then I pick my favorites from there too. So then I do kind of like scale down so it's not too overwhelming to work with too many, but it helps me and it helps my creativity process to have a lot to choose from, right? Okay, and then these, I love this one too. It's so pretty. Okay, so that's the Floral Garden. Okay, and then I have the Script and Roses, and this is, actually it's not wallpaper printable. I don't know why. I'll have to change that. So, this is a vintage script, or like a document printable actually. But I'll show it to you guys right now. Okay, so I have these documents. So I played around with colors and with I love this letter. Isn't that just beautiful? Look at that writing. And so this is great for like if you want to tear a bit off to use in a journal to add some detail. That's what this is perfect, but it's also perfect as a page or layout or the start of a layout. And it can work tall or sideways like this, the standard layout. I think they're great. But then I also added these roses. Aren't they just so pretty? And so when I worked on this, I thought, gosh, I want more colors. So I have a bunch of different colors. So I have the peach, this peachy pink color, and I think it's so beautiful. And then I have a green. Isn't that so pretty? And then I have the teal. I love the teal. I've been working with a lot of teals lately also. And then I have more of a pink color here. Oh, I'm off camera. I'm sorry about that. So isn't that just so pretty? And then I have more of a mint green here too. And then I have purple, like a lavender. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. And then I have this blue. So pretty. And then I have this is more of a, this has like a more of a yellow color to it, whereas this one is more of a cream. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. Okay, and then some of them I have a lighter background and some I have a darker background. I just decided to go with what colors I thought worked really well. And then I have this. I wanted to try something different. And I love how different it is. And I love the colors too. I love that yellow with the teal. Isn't that just so pretty? And then I have the yellow with like the brown. Okay. So I have this. The Script and Roses kit. And then I have a Script and Roses tag printable also. So it's basically the same colors, but I have them as tall tags. And then I also have just the script because sometimes, or a lot of times, I love to start creating tags and decorate them. But I like to start with a basic, like a basic base, so that I can layer maybe images or photos or like flowers or illustrations of flowers. So I liked both options. So that's the tag printable, and they are tall tags, okay? But I use both for my journals. I use the tall and the regular. And then I wanted to show you guys this one. I actually showed this on here before, but look how beautifully these colors look. I think I've showed this one already. I released it maybe a month ago. And I love this. It's such a basic. And it has all the pretty pastel colors. And it's a great one to mix in, again, with all the kits that, all the new kits that I just released. So I wanted to show those to you guys. And again, these, all the ones that you guys just saw, these will be available printed also. So I have the printable where you print them yourself. And then I have the printed version where I print them and ship them to you guys. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I thought it would be helpful so that you guys can see the full image of it. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.